All across the nation, AARP's Community Challenge grants are jump-starting some really exciting projects. In Farmville, Virginia, now all the supplies needed to repair a home miles from a city can be brought to a job site.
So here's just a quick tour of our trailer. We've got this great Keter storage shed in here with our hard hats, gloves, earplugs, and goggles.
In Philadelphia,
she's gonna say, Grammy, that's me. And I'm be like, yeah, you right. I painted it for your room.
Art isn't a necessity in life, so a lot of people never had the opportunity to learn it, even though they wanted to. So I think that it's really nice that we managed to give them the opportunity to.
What we're doing is trying to find opportunities to provide a little catalytic grant to get the ball rolling, give some grants to really have some quick action within communities across the country, and see if there's something that we can do to spur on ongoing change with that community.
90 projects were funded, and in a few short weeks, completed. The goal? To improve the quality of life for people in each community. In Bismarck, a series of temporary pathways were created to connect the downtown area to the city's riverfront trail system.
We're able to steal a little bit of the road for bikes, accommodate pedestrians. You could have a skateboard, you could have rollerblades, you could have a wheelchair. So it really does focus on all ages and all abilities. And it's only up for a month, so we want everybody to try it out.
There was a chance to give comments and feedback in person and online.
We were really excited when we found out about the AARP grant because it gave us the opportunity to actually test out this system and see if this is something our citizens really want in the area. Projects like this really do make the community more livable by allowing citizens to get out there and get involved. What we've essentially provided is a toolkit of different materials that they can use to transform their community in their own way.
The AARP grant has enabled us to have the funding and the capacity for the time to spend on the design, the time to engage with the community here.
So, on a huge unused section of road, organizers staged a pop-up, a temporary park. There's a green line to mark off the space. Art, food, and things to do.
These boards are to show people what has been done in other cities.
Livable communities must have green spaces. Studies have shown that. It's something for people to get outside and enjoy it, and AARP has allowed us to do that here.
After Hurricane Katrina?
Well, if you take a neighborhood with about 100 homes in it and put it in a blender, and then microwave it and then flood it, and then let it dry out for about 2 weeks, that's kind of what it looked like. Then they donated the entire block of property, the 40 acres, to the city of Gulfport with the stipulation that we could not rebuild homes or structures in the area unless they were above the floodplain level.
Gulfport's solution for part of the land they couldn't build on? A dog park.
You're the big baby.
All of you have heard the old adage, making lemonade out of lemon.
Had a chance meeting with representatives from AARP, and they were looking for a project. They had a grants program for projects just like this for community enhancement, help us create a better quality of life, quality of place. So I want to thank them for that and give them proper acknowledgement for their support of this community and this project, and we look forward to a continued relationship there.
Building a relationship between a large organization like AARP and a local community can make a big difference. In Macon, Georgia, a small nonprofit asked for 4 square and chess tables and seats for a park.
This lets our people know in the community that we care and that we are valued, and we need to value each other. That's what's important. I keep saying value because that's exactly what I mean. If you don't value people, then people have a tendency not to feel that you care. And one of the things we want them to know is that Smart Incorporated cares about them. And guess what? Since AARP made this grant available, that shows that they care also.
Sometimes people picture chess as being a 2-on-2 game, but actually chess can bring communities together when everyone sits down, unite, and even if 2 people are playing one-on-one, you still got a gathering of people watching them strategize against each other playing the game of chess.
A community gathering is also what it's all about in Wayne, Michigan. Here, an unused downtown alley was turned into a space to visit and exercise. And in Lexington, in a park near a senior center, new benches have been installed in an unusual way.
We got the idea for the benches, the conversation benches, from a physical therapy student that had done studies on people having conversations and how difficult it is for folks side by side to talk, where if they are sitting across from each other, it makes conversation so much better.
Conversations, innovation, collaboration. In Wichita, they created a historical video tour and collaborated to make it into a cell phone app.
The drugstore was made famous by Wichita teens organizing for civil rights.
And in one AARP Community Challenge, some talented geeks teamed up to make apps to help seniors.
A hackathon is really just an opportunity for technologists to come together, form teams, and work on innovative solutions to whatever problems they imagine. Today we're here for a civic hackathon, which is really focused on solving a problem in our community.
What's really neat about this particular event, I don't know how common this is that people who are directly affected by these issues were here. What we've been thinking about is, are there things that we can do while people are waiting for their ride to appear that gets them more connected with community?
We're trying to develop a priority scoring system for each of these sidewalks based on just how much construction needs to be done.
What can be accomplished with teamwork is also what it's all about in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, where the city, the police department, and a very active neighborhood coalition are changing a neighborhood block by block.
We're going to build some oases in a truly desert within the urban community here at South Allison Hill.
We have an active residents association who has older adults, and we continuously have interactions with our older adults. They're used as mentors, and they're very active in the community, and they've been very instrumental in helping us recruit younger people.
First, the city and other stakeholders knocked down and cleared block after block of abandoned homes and overgrowth. Now, parks are emerging. The AARP Community Challenge Grant paid for fencing to protect the reclaimed land from illegal dumping, good mulch and soil, and low-maintenance grass.
It'll improve the perceptions of safety. It will help property values. It will decrease crime. It will give children a safe place to live. And we wouldn't have been able to do that without this grant from AARP. So we're very thankful for it.
Creating nicer and safer spaces is also a strong motivator in Charleston, where a much-needed home repair many of us would never think about made all the difference. A new front door.
And we had a sliding glass door, and it didn't have no lock on it.
And couldn't be fixed. So for years, Shirley Runyon wedged it shut with a broom, slogged out her back door and through her neighbor's house just to get out to the street.
And go through hers, and she had to be home, or I couldn't get out.
And you got the key to the door. What did it feel like?
Oh, it felt like I'd been leased out of a prison into the opening where I could get out.
A livable community to me is neighbors. It's a neighborhood. I know my neighbors, and I want to be a good neighbor, and I think that's what makes a community livable.
We believe a livable community is where everybody has the opportunity to achieve what they want to achieve for themselves.
AARP is the best partner. They just have the vision nationally that we are so happy to bring locally.
I think a livable community is somewhere where you actually are proud to say that you live there.
1, 2, 3.